Mdatsane has been confirmed as a player of Kaizer Chiefs. We've been hearing reports, rumors, speculation, and all that. But now he's been confirmed finally with a nice disclosed fee, which is good business for Kaizer Chiefs, I gotta admit. But also on that note, remember, Ukiven Simang was also, now we've had reports here and there, we've had Utsigazi from ETX Galaxy confirming rumors about that. And obviously, of course, the ngathi besimele njengomsuzo. Sorry to say that. But also the Tlokwe was a player that was confirmed. Oh, who signed a pre-contract? I think it was what, January last year. I think it was January this year. So hello, welcome back. All the everything that is nice. So basically, gonna be talking everything about these signings that Kaizer Chiefs has actually been confirmed and more. Please stay tuned. But please, before we go any further, do not forget to subscribe and keep on liking the channel and also clicking on that notification bell for more of this exciting and local content. Now, I know this is probably one of the best news that we can actually hear or we've heard in a long time about what Kaizer Chiefs is trying to instill. You know, we've been sold the rebuilding story. Hey, we're rebuilding. Hey, we're building. Hey, we're building. Hey, we're building. So obviously, these are the kind of decisions we want to see. For me, this is one of the key things we want to be able to see. It shows us a good picture. They are actually serious about coming back, or going back to the days where they used to win almost everything, where the times where they were called cup specialists. So with the signings they are now making, there's a glimpse of hope. No, we're not yet convinced, and we can't be too happy. But for me, Mduduzi Mdatsane is a good addition to the club. And looking at the squad that they currently have, or Kaizer Chiefs currently has, looking at the fact that in that position as well, there's going to be good competition. And the player Lebal Tatile right now is going to be a player that suggestively looks like the kind of quality that they deserve and the kind of quality that is needed for Kaizer Chiefs to at least retain their status as one of the best teams in the country. But we can't be too excited because there is still a lot of work to be done. But it's it's a sign in the right direction. But before we go there, let's go back. Let's just go back a bit and start from a point where the clock was signed. Now, there's a saga about that whole situation because Stan Matthews, the CEO, Supersport, did actually go on an interview in between those times. Because remember, I think it was a blindside and it was good business from Kaizer Chiefs as well. Or, for them, I think it's now high time where, yes, not all the players we bring in are going to be, they're going to have contracts. You're going to be fighting for how much is the fee and all these things. Some of them are going to be pre-contracts. Doesn't mean if a player's on a pre-contract he's a bad player. Just simply means that it could be that the player's fee may be going up. Agents want to wait a bit and want to wait for the club, give them the onus of being able to renegotiate a better deal before the contract ends. We couldn't to be sure. Maybe the club is not willing to buy because they feel like the player is not worth what the agent is asking for. And that club comes in, sweeps in, gives him the money that he feels it deserves, which Kaizer Chiefs has done. Now, what we've heard was, with the Tlhoko situation was, at first, Kaizer Chiefs was actually looking for defenders because having them bringing in Ukwinika and Ungobo in the previous season, we have seen that that's not the kind of quality that they thought they were buying at the time. So Uditlokwe, I guess, also bringing in Udove as primarily his position is a left back, but he's able to play as a left central back. So there was still that gap. So he was identified, and especially when it comes to his experience. Now, what about Uditlok? Because I don't want to spend too much time on it, but what I like about it is because of his age as well, because he's not too old. He's not as exactly young at the same time. He's 26. He's got enough experience and pedigree to play in the PSL. So it shows that they've picked their players very well for that position. And we've seen him at SuperSport. He's very solid when he's actually given a chance. And he's a nice professional. He's comfortable on his feet. So hopefully for the philosophy that they'd like to instill, Udi Tloke comes or fits in exactly, and especially his discipline. He's one of the few players that we haven't heard any scandals. So with that in mind, they were actually looking for Luke Fleers or rumors that we had. And now SuperSport quickly locked in on Luke Fleers because his contract was running out at the end of the season, or Jan in the preseason. He was eligible to sign a pre-contract with any other club. Only to find got the blindside, they went for Woody Clocker, which is a good signing, in my opinion, because they need such players to come in. So that's the story about Woody Clocker. For me, it's also good, especially for the fact that he's at his prime. And I think that's the kind of defender that can solve a lot of the defensive frailties. His makeup is of a defender. It's not a player that they've, kind of accommodated and they've kind of, molded a position. No. That's his rightful position. Left centre back is a good position for him to fill the shoes for. So that's a good signing. It's confirmed. Kaizer Chiefs confirmed that. That's nice. Now, Given Masango for me is also a signing that is needed at the current moment. He's been exceptional for ETX Galaxy, even though it's his first season, full season at ETX Galaxy, but he has played all games for ETX Galaxy. But what's good about him is what we've seen. Character. He's the captain of TX Galaxy for the past season. He is not injury prone. He's a leader. When he's there, they're very solid, hard tackler, and he's got a big heart at his age. So he's not that young. He's still 26, not young, not old at the same time. And looking at him, he's very mature. I think he would be a better pick than Ungezana because now he's also more comfortable. If Kaizer Chiefs are saying that they want to also start building from the back. So for me, that kind of experience is needed. And I'm not too sure about the fee, but also that is a good signing for me, Kaizer Chiefs. So looking forward to that pair. Looking forward for Ungezana and I to really have someone who can challenge him, because Abu Eric Matoho, even though he has left, maybe Ungezana were too relaxed in that position. He's younger than Ungezana. I mean, Ungezana is younger than Msimango, but maybe he can learn a lot. And this is what we call having depth in the squad. So Msimango coming in, a lot of defenders have to pull up their socks. So for me, that's a good signing. Even though we don't necessarily know about the fee, but we can't really, fight that. Even Sundowns would have taken him any day. And it's also what's good about him. He was nominated for the Defender of the Season. So it only tells you. And also, mind you, he was also selected now in the preliminary squad that's going to be playing against Morocco, their last game this month. So it only tells you that I must admit that Kaizer Chiefs went for a very, very good defender, looking at the kind of defenders, top defenders that we are seeing in the PSL and who are currently in form, and also when you look at the quality that he possesses. So for me, that was a good signing. So that's what we want to talk about. Now, Mduduzi, Mdatsane. Look, you can't always sign defenders. I think that's one part that's been missing. That's the one part that Yatek really haven't. It's been a while we've seen an exciting midfielder like him. Now, but let's look at who are they buying. Because we've heard stories that they've bought him for this close fee of 3.5 million, which is good. Now, Mduduzi comes with experience. He's 28. Not obviously. Some would say he's washed up. At that age, you're thinking, nah, he's finished. Not necessarily. I mean, local football, sometimes that's the problem I have. Where you reach 30 or you're close to 30, they write you off. So for me, I wouldn't exactly say he's the same Mdatsane when I was playing for Ibaroka, but I wouldn't disclose him because his experience, I wouldn't discard him because his experience is still critical. Captain City Beiming, I think he was the highest, if not the goal scorer, and he was the highest. He had the highest appearances in the club. So for you, it only tells you who we're bringing in. We're bringing pedigree, a lot of experience there, and a player who has a high game temperament. If you have seen for big games, Mdatsane was a key figure in the past season. Not the last season though, because it almost feels like Tinkler was isolating the guy since they actually recruited new players. So, but he was still part of the squad. He was part of the team, even coming from the bench when he was made as a sub. He actually had made very one them very crucial goals. As you can see, he kept on City player number 4. So that only tells you again that this is very this. I'm very surprised. I'll be honest with you because they are making good moves for me, which helps to understand. Now we're starting to understand where they're going. They're rebuilding. Maybe this is a rebuild phase 2 where they've kept the coach and maybe they'll stick to a certain identity. But now they're attracting the right players who can fit into the mold, and also the quality of players who can actually either master or come in and actually be able to fit into the kind of style of play that Kaizer Chiefs is trying to set up. So what we know about Kaizer Chiefs at the moment, or sorry, Mduduzi, is that in all competition he has played 196 games. I just want to give you the stats so you understand who we're buying. 196 games. He has scored 38 goals and he has actually assisted 18 times. 18 assists in all competitions. Now, it only tells you enough to say that he can give us goals and he can also give us an assist or two. And remember, he's an attacking midfielder. He plays the number 10 role. So we could see Keegan Toli coming from the bench, or sometimes when he's a form, you could find that there's a bit of competition this time. He's not only playing against Mduduzi, Shabalala Pela, you know. So those are the kind of things that you may find that at least now they have depth. So I will key in this thing of them relaxing when they are playing in that position. It won't work because maybe also them having to be paying so much and expecting them to play, be consistent each and every game, and the pressure that comes with playing at Kaizer Chiefs and actually winning something. So for me, these 3 signings are very good, quality from all sides. Mduduzi, why I keep missing this name? Mduduzi Mdatsane can actually add a lot of experience. We have Unqobo Nkosingiphile, we have Mduduzi, Shabalala, who can also play in that position, and we have Keegan Toli. So as you can see, the only thing is keeping the squad fresh, creating enough competition, and having to have versatile roles depending on what kind of formation they'll be playing. So also Tole can be used as a wing. So for me, at least now, looking at the season that they come from, where they couldn't exactly identify players or have enough players to substitute or even have if they have injuries, suspensions, or of in terms of form. So when you have such players, also you have to have enough depth looking from the bench, and when you're looking for a player that can change the game. So Mduduzi comes or brings in a lot of things that you can see that he can actually answer a lot of problems, or is a solution, if you can say, to a lot of problems Kaizer Chiefs have been having. And now we can see maybe a bit of stability and having this thing of saying, yeah, we created enough chances, but we couldn't finish. Now we have enough players who have that kind of technical ability. Technically, is quite good, that guy. The kind of goals he's able to score and the kind of games they can win them. I think he can add a lot of value. So for me, Mduduzi Mdatsane has been a very good signing. For him, I'm looking forward to seeing him. You're getting used to playing with the guys. Simbone, when he's wearing the gold and yellow, ukuthi what kind of setup, what kind of role he's going to be playing. Leave a comment on the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you think he's going to be used as his natural role? Is he going to be used maybe from deep, maybe as a number 8 as well, or can be used as a wing, either cutting in from the right or as a left winger? Because depending on who's going to leave, because we don't know who's leaving at this season as yet, but as the current crop of players that they have, who do you think Mdatsane can bench? Do you think he's a first team player or he can come from the bench as well? I don't think so. I think him being bought buys him enough time to prove himself that he can actually stay in that position as a starting 11, even though Billiard had stories that he might actually stay. So it's very interesting the kind of experience that they have. But hopefully this season can be different for them. At least challenge for top two. We know that it's going to be difficult for them to win a league, but maybe challenge for the top two and have enough stability and quality enough for them to challenge games instead of being frustrated. That's it for me. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on that notification bell for more of these nice videos and local content. For me, Uwal Tabafitu. See you next time. Bye for now.